Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you can see from the title, this is gonna be a little different. This is not no gameplay. This is not any this is not a gameplay. This is basically gonna be my thoughts on how 2K23 MyTeam has been going. Everyone has been saying this year has been very bad or decent at most, and I kind of agree. So I'm gonna go over everything. Everything I feel like is just that needs to be improved, needs to be fixed, things like that. I'm not gonna go over gameplay. This is strictly about content and content only. I could probably talk about paint defense for hours if I wanted to, but that's for another time. Today is just strictly my team only. So let's just get into it. First thing I want to talk about is the level 40. The level 40 is supposed to be the grand reward. Well, that's how at least it was represented in 2K21 when they had Curry as a season 1 level 40 reward. Something everyone wanted. It was the card. But this year, things just been going backwards. Tell me why. Scottie Pippen from season 1 is better than season 2 and the season 3 level reward. He's better than both of them combined, and this is season 1. My team's supposed to get progressively better, right? But Pippen's the best one. To this day, he is a top 5 at his position. Devin Booker is straight up mid. I'm sorry, he's mid. They dropped Devin Booker in season 2, right? And then they dropped hella shooting guards like Ron Artest, Ricky Davis, Klay Thompson. Hell, that free Eddie Jones diamond takeover card was better than this card. This card is trash. Nobody likes this card, but his defense is bad. His playmaking is alright. I mean, look, I get he has half limitless range, but every time I go up against Devin Booker, he is a liability on defense. And you can barely hide him because his interior defense is horrible. He's the worst of them all. He dropped the latest, but he is the worst of them all. This guy just will not do anything. In the game where rim running is the meta, he can't dunk. His dribbling is alright, I guess. They nerfed it completely from last year. His defense is terrible. I get it. He has 12 Hall of Fame badges, limitless range, quick for step, things like that. I get it. Stats on paper, he looks incredible, right? But the problem is when 2K decides to drop cards like Magic Johnson and Penny Hardaway, Trae Young's gonna get destroyed. And it's not even that only the top tier all money spent players have tall point guards. There's even a Diamond Magic and a new recently evolved Sean Livingston that budget players can use to just destroy this guy. And you might be saying, well, Noah, not everyone's gonna have tall point guards, which is true. But the problem is Trae Young cannot guard anybody. I would take Donovan Mitchell over this card, and Donovan Mitchell came out like 5 days into the game because at least he can play some defense. If Trae Young is guarding your cone, I'm running my offense through my cone. If they put Trae Young on my Dennis Rodman, for example, Dennis Rodman's not a ball handler until Trae Young is gonna get matched up on him. That's for sure, because Trae Young isn't stopping anything. He's so bad. He doesn't fit the game meta. And I understand that Trae Young was bound to get a good card, right? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve one. What I'm saying is if you want a grand reward or present it as the grand reward, then make it good. Make it good. Make it someone that people would want to grind for. Not Devin Booker or damn Trae Young. Nobody cares. And I get 2K has this whole beyond level 40 thing going for them. Oh, beyond level 40, that's great, but that shouldn't mean that the original level 40 is trash. Why should we have an extra grind just to get a good card? Why can't we just have a good card? I get the agendas are easy, but I'd rather have a slightly harder grind with a better player than this. While we're on the topic of agendas and grinding things, let's talk about Takeover Players. Now, one thing I'll give 2K props for is the Tuesday Takeover Players. As you can see, 50 points, 22 rebounds, 30 dunks, 10 games, easy. Look, that's fine, alright? It's a good card. Sharif is a decent card in my opinion. I actually think he's very underrated. It's a good card for an easy grind that you can get in a couple hours. Okay, fine, that's fair. But let's talk about the Friday ones. As you can see, it's a pink diamond, right? Pink diamond, free pink diamond, cool. Look at these agendas. Win 35 clutch time offline games. Win 35 triple threat offline games. Win 35 triple threat online games. Win 25 clutch time online games. Win 15 unlimited games. And you have to do all of that in 1 week. You have to play a total of 135 games in 1 week. And that's assuming you win every game, because Lord knows not everyone's gonna win 15 unlimited games in a row. Not everyone is gonna win 25 clutch time online games in a row. Not everyone's gonna win 25 triple threat online games in a row. Like, this is almost impossible for any human out there. And if you like, oh, it's not that hard, I actually get the Friday takeover cards very easily. If you get these cards without luck every week, you probably look like this. If you go outside, you're not getting this. It's too long. It's way too long. I like the Tuesday ones, but Friday, just at least cut it by half or a third. Cut it by half or a third, then maybe we'll be talking. But all this for Allen Houston, who's not even amazing, by the way. If I wanted to grind all of these games, it better be damn Bowl or Giannis or something, because this takes too much time. The trophy case is a system 2K added. It was their main selling point in the MyTeam dev blog, and everyone was excited for it. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. First of all, majority of these players are outdated. Let's just randomize this. Let's randomize. Right here. Who is this? Wally Szczerbiak, Alex. I'm gonna be honest. No one's trying to use Wally Szczerbiak. He has a weird release. He's not great. All right. Let's go to another one. Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is terrible. He can't play defense. I will admit, a lot of the big men are good here. Like, if you go here, Alonzo Mourning, pretty solid, nothing crazy, but he's solid. Kevin McHale, yes, Kevin McHale is actually pretty good. But the only real pink diamond here that would be used on, like, let's say one of the best teams in the game is probably gonna be this James Worthy. I'm not mad that the pink diamonds are outdated. It's fine. All of them were available day one anyway. I'm not gonna trip over that. The main point at this time in the year is about these opals and the dark matters, right? So let's just look at the opals real quick. Let me get one thing clear. Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler, both of them exceptional. Both of them play on the best team in the game. Great cards. Now let's look at Patrick Ewing. Alright, Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing has a beta jumper. He can mash, I'll give him that. He's kind of slow. He's nothing really that crazy. I mean, I get Splash Edition used him, but for most people, no one cares about Patrick Ewing, right? I'd consider a top 4 center, because I'd rather have Kareem, Hakeem, and Porzingis over him. And Porzingis is like 50k, and I'd rather have Porzingis over Patrick Ewing. Chris Paul has an iffy jumper, can't dunk. He's 6'0". I'm not saying small point guards are bad. I'm saying this one is bad specifically. I do not get this card. He is not top 5 in his position, so do not get him. Gilbert Arenas is a little better. I wouldn't say he's amazing because he's missing a lot of defensive badges. I wouldn't say he's top 5 in his position either. He has an iffy jumper in my opinion. I was using it in play now and I didn't really love it, but that's just a personal thing. Then we have Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler is actually pretty solid. Clyde Drexler is, I give him top 4 like Ewing. I'd rather have Kobe, Jimmy Butler, Julius Erving, Ricky Davis, and him and Ron Artest can go back and forth because Clyde's defense isn't that good. So, you know, half of these opals are alright, you know, they're okay in my, but now we have to go to the grand rewards, the dark matters. Julius Erving, I like this card a lot. Top 1 in his position. Top 1 in his position. For now. But who knows? 2K's probably gonna drop a Tracy McGrady anytime soon now. So now let's look at Tim Duncan. My problem with Tim Duncan here is that Anthony Davis is better. Anthony Davis is better, and you lock in Anthony Davis with Tim Duncan. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is that the first player they released in MyTeam Season 3 was Giannis. they dropped Giannis Season 3 Day 1. He's better than both AD and Tim Duncan. Like, Tim Duncan was available to most people in Season 3, and they just slapped him in the face and drop Giannis. I don't really see the point in grinding all those hours. You gotta remember, you have to grind hella hours for these dark matters. Now, the grand reward. Larry Bird. This is the grand prize. 25 Hall of Fame badges, 30 golds. He is almost available to everybody who grinded so long to get Larry Bird, the grand prize. Tim Thomas is better. I mean, straight up, Tim Thomas is better. This card right here, Tim Thomas, who goes for like $1 billion MT. Let me tell you, you might be saying, oh, he has all these badges. Yeah, okay, cool, right? Animations matter so much in this game, and Larry Bird simply does not have them. He never had them, right? They've been pretty prominent since a couple years back, you know. And Tim Thomas has the best animations in the entire game. This would be a closer debate if Larry Bird had good animations, but he doesn't. Larry Bird has an iffy jumper, no real dribbling. He's not the fastest either, because it's Larry Bird. It's almost like a slap in the face here, in my opinion. Because once you lock these cards in, you will have the best card in the game for a while. It's either him or Giannis right now, and they're both better than Larry Bird at small forward. Larry Bird, I don't think, is top 3 in his position. Give me Tim Thomas, Giannis if you play him there, and Pink Diamond LeBron. Because, that's my whole problem here, is that when you make an entire grind, not to mention that 2K has this mode just centralized around the centerpiece, to where they replace almost every reward in the game. Everything is centered around the trophy piece. Everything, every game mode is like, here's a centerpiece, blah blah blah, and it's replacing almost everything in NBA 2K23. And you're telling me it's all for a dark matter Larry Bird, who's not even that great. Not even that great. You might as well just grind for Julius Erving and just stop. Or not even grind for him at all, because I hate to say it, I mean, he's gonna be outdated by season 4. I'm convinced. Because they already basically just threw a middle finger at Tim Duncan. It's not gonna be long until they drop a Tracy McGrady or a Terry Dishinger or something like that. That's gonna be as good or better than Julius Erving. And some people think Kobe Bryant is already better than Julius Erving. I'm not saying he is, because Julius Erving is absolutely incredible. But I'm just saying, I don't know how long he's gonna be the best shooting guard in the game. So when you look at this, when 2K replaces everything to centralize around these specific cards, these cards have to be amazing. You can't have Tim Duncan in season 3 and then just drop Giannis. Alright, that's stupid. Alright, that's dumb. And three or four of these opals, depending on how you view Clyde, aren't even that great, in my opinion. So that's just this trophy case thing is I'd have to say the number 1 reason why people aren't enjoying this game mode. Tokens are so... I think they're useless now. Because if you complete the trophy case, you have all of these cards, okay? And there's just nothing really new. You can't really use these cards, and none of these cards are that good anymore besides maybe Amethyst Giannis, but that's it. And 2K added some things here, like the centerpiece, okay, fine. But let's look at these. These are the new things 2K added this season. They added previous season rewards, like this BJ Armstrong. This guy sucks. Who would pay 60 tokens for BJ Armstrong? Who would pay 30 tokens for Horace Grant? No, who would pay 3 tokens for a Steve Kerr? Okay, who would pay 50 tokens for Michael Thompson? This is not content. Alright, this just makes tokens even more useless. Let's go back to last year. Last year we had token cards. From 2K19 to 2K22, we had token rewards. And these token rewards would be some of the best cards in the game. Let's start off something simple. NBA 2K22 Diamond Kyrie Irving. This card was one of the best offensive point guards in the game at the start of NBA 2K22. That doesn't impress you enough? Okay, let's look at Opal Gary Payton, a point guard that was used in the 250K tournament by some players. But if that if that doesn't impress you enough, let's go back to 2K20 when we had Diamond Jonathan Isaac. One of the best cards in the game for his time. One of the best cards in the game. And you could get for, I think it was 60 tokens. A very, very good card. But it even gets better when you look at 2K19. When we had those, the Opal Worthy, the Opal Will. Things like that. That people would love to grind for, collect tokens just to grind for those amazing cards that look like must-haves. Michael Thompson is not a must-have. BJ Armstrong is not a must-have, okay? Nobody wants these cards because they're outdated, they're old, and it doesn't bring any hype into the game. They're trolling so hard with this, bro. It's I don't understand. I simply do not understand. I don't open packs, okay? I don't open packs. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb, right? But here's my problem with packs, okay? They have no players. They have what, eight cards in them total. 8 cards, and 3 of them are the same player. So you're getting 6 unique players. Every Friday you're getting 6 new players, which is simply not enough. I mean, last year we had small promos, but we also had large promos like Mystic and things like that would just bring hype into the game. When every pack is damn near the exact same thing, it's a generic cool word like ferocious or fire, and it has 6 players. When it's the same thing every single week, it's just nobody cares. No one cares, okay? 2K simply removed Ruby cards. Why did they remove Ruby cards? I have no idea why they removed Ruby cards from promos. And you might be saying, well, Noah, there's actually the base set has Ruby cards. Why are you complaining so much? Okay, everybody knows that they purposely make these type of cards, these cards that come every 2 weeks, they make them purposely worse than the main pack sellers, the Friday promos, the fire packs, the ferocious packs, the limitless packs. They make them purposely worse. All you have to do is compare one of these amethysts to a promo amethyst. Compare this Miles Turner to the amethyst Mo Bamba. He is worse, alright? I understand you're like, he might be decent, right? But look, he has no real depth. He has no speed, and Mo Bamba has way better speed and better jumper and a way longer wingspan that budget players will look at and use. And they lock in for this crappy CJ McCollum card and this terrible Darius Miles card with the broken jumper. Okay, and no one cares, man. Simply put, no one cares about these. Okay, these rubies suck. This Blake Griffin sucks. Okay, this Brian Winters sucks. All of these cards, besides maybe the Lock and Diamond, are useless. And it sucks because Ruby cards used to be one of the things my team players will look forward to the most. I could name one Ruby card from 2K18 to 2K22 that would be like, yeah, this card is legit. Let me start. 2K18, we had Jonathan Isaac. 2K19, we had Thon Maker. 2K20, we had Jeff Green. 2K21, we had Kevin Porter Jr. 2K22, we had Gigi Wong. And I'm not even getting close to all of the Ruby cards that we're seeing as just like amazing. And now we don't have any of those. In my opinion, we don't have that god tier budget Ruby card that gets everyone hyped, gets everyone going. And you might be saying, well, Noah, a lot of those cards you just mentioned were made later in the year. Yes, I understand cards like Jeff Green and Kevin Porter Jr. were made later in the year. I understand. But those were in Friday promos. If we don't get rubies in Friday promos, we'll never, ever see those cards ever again. The only big set we got this year was the Nightmare set. And everyone loved this set. Everyone was like, wow, we got all these diamonds, we got all these amethysts. Ruben Patterson, God. Charles Oakley, pretty decent. Terry Rozier, God. Chris Anderson, good. LeBron, budget God. Simons, budget God. Metal Peace, pretty good. Everyone loved that there was so many cards to choose from. And it especially benefited budget players. Now, we look at this and we're just like, this is so boring. 8 players. Let's look at this main event. 8 players, right? And 3 of them are Magic Johnson. I'm fine with the featured player, but give us more stuff. Please, man. That's gonna do it for the video today. To say I hate this game would be a lie. I enjoy playing the game, you know, but a lot of the times it feels like there's not much to do in the game, and that's my whole problem with it. I might have been being over negative, but there needs to be some changes, bro. I need something more, bro. I need something more. But you know, I was gonna do it for the video. I'll see y'all later, and yeah.